Oh, oh, oh. Only a couple more months. Wait, only a couple more months before I don't have to come back here. I don't know about you guys, but that face on my phone looked a little creepy. I didn't say that earlier. I need to say it now. I walk up the stairs and through the open door. I didn't recognize her from behind, but I passed by Kirei. She spots me. Oh, good morning, Sparks. How are you doing today? She's awfully chipper. Can't complain. Couldn't sleep much last night, but that's nothing special. I yawned to cement my point. What are you doing for lunch today? Not much, I guess. Would you like to have lunch with me? We could read up on more vampire things if you'd like. I found a couple of new books in the school library this morning. The library? Does anyone even go there anymore? Well, I guess it's bound to have something I haven't seen before. I sincerely doubt it. I shoot her a sour look. She playfully taps me on the head. But how about it? I shrug. Can't hurt, could it? I might learn something new. Yay. Sure. Great. I usually have lunch in Miss Ka's classroom. It's nice and quiet, perfect for reading. Alright. I'll see you then. Kirei smiles and walks off to her class. Speaking of class, I enter the room and spot Tomo. Give me a second. I enter the room and spot Tomo. She waves lazily. I take my seat next to her. Morning. You look tired. Hardly got any sleep last night. Felt like I was running around everywhere. Looks like the sleepiness is contagious. Yeah. The teacher set his bag down at the front desk and lecture begins. I'm definitely not in the mood to hear about evolution right now. I seriously can't wait to graduate and be done with this place. Tomo can read the apathy on my face. Hopefully the teacher can't. I look up at him quickly. He's got his back to the class and is writing on the board. Now would be a perfect time for a nap. Am I gonna have another nightmare? So dark. The surface of the desk chills my face. Why does the teacher have to talk so loud? Oh, okay, never mind. This isn't working. I lean over to Tomo. Is class almost over yet? Not yet, but we're doing group work. Oops. Pull your weight, you bum. I smirk at her and sit up straight in my desk. So, what do you know about vampires? Tomo scoffs and shakes her head. I know they're not real. You don't know that for sure. Why are you asking me? Aren't you the vampire expert? Since when did I become an expert? I'm just wondering what you know. Are you trying to impress Kirei with some brand new facts? I shake my head. She smirks and puts down her pencil, as if Tomo would know something that I won't know. Aren't they allergic to garlic salt or something? Close, but not, just, garlic, yeah, there's plenty of sources for vampire, wait. Garlic, yeah, there's plenty of sources for vampire lore though. Some legends don't mention garlic. Sometimes they can turn into bats. Some stories include some weird rules about running water. But there are a few common themes in all the legends. They drink blood and can't go out into sunlight. Sunlight? I know that's one of the legends, but come on, there's no way sunlight would take out a vampire. How do you mean? You'd think after thousands of years of modern technology they'd figured out ways around something as simple as sunlight, wouldn't you? Like? Sunblock, duh. Is she even serious right now? Would that even work? How should I know? She taps me on the forehead. They're not real. Tomo and I share a quiet laugh. Well, you brought it up. Well, think about it. What are they supposed to do? Stay inside all day with the curtains drawn? I shrug my shoulders. Like, how do they get their groceries? It's not like there are too many places that are open at night. Do vampires even eat regular food? I mean, they're undead, right? What does that even mean, undead? It's dumb, you can't be alive and dead. I'm sure they need other vitamins and minerals. And their proteins and fats. Just not the garlic flavored kind. Poor vampires. They're missing out. Did Kirei manage to teach you anything new? Nothing that I couldn't have figured it out on my own. Yeah, I'm sure you already know all there is to know. You probably spent all of last night researching vampires. I nodded admittingly. She's almost right. I was thinking about that shadow. So your excuses suck. You don't deserve to be sleepy. I told you about that shadow, right? I had to figure out what that was. Doesn't matter, you spent the whole night on the internet. Slacker. And what are your reasons? I had a bad dream. How is that excuse any better than mine? Aw, poor baby. I put on my most insincere sympathy face. What was it about? I can hardly remember. It felt like something was chasing me, but I was chasing something. So you were running a marathon? I was definitely running, that's for sure. But where I was going, I have no idea. Talking about running brings back bad memories of PE class. Yeesh. So Kirei actually let you in her apartment? Yeah, believe it or not. It was actually a pretty impressive place. I've known you for longer, and I don't think I'm letting you anywhere near my house. Oh, weirdo. Tomo sticks a tongue out at me. She actually had a lot of things to share. Books I haven't seen before. And these crazy photos and reports. Awesome stuff. What, are you in love with her? You're just hilarious. We're actually getting lunch together. Want to join us? I don't know. I've got other things to do. She looks away nervously. Like what? You know, stuff. I've known her long enough to know that she's lying to me. Is this about Kirei? Tomo looks down. You know, if you got to know her, you might actually like her. I don't hate her. It's just... Tomo lets out a frustrated sigh. What do you think she's after? I shrug. Some excitement? A break from the normal world? Maybe she's actually interested in the stuff. Certainly seemed like it yesterday. And how exactly did yesterday go? We had a good time talking about vampires, I told you this. Are you sure she's just not playing you? I had my suspicions at first, but really? You honestly think I'm that gullible? Last I checked, you're gullible enough to believe in all of this supernatural crap. I don't believe in them. Then why do you keep spending time with Kirei? Is it wrong to have an interest in vampires? Yes. Come on, you should know me better. Tomo opens her mouth like she's going to say something, but stops. I don't want to hear anything more about vampires. Why'd the music stop? You know I hate that supernatural garbage. It makes me sick. She stands up and moves to another table. Oh, I made her mad. Tomo stayed relatively quiet for the rest of classes. If I had to talk to her, I stayed away from the topics of Kirei or monsters. School's out! Maybe. That was a little more awkward than it should have been. I wonder what's gotten to her. At least morning classes are over. Tomo's still mad, it looks like. Hey, I'll see you later. Yeah. I can't blame Tomo for not wanting to come along. If I've learned one thing in high school, it's that not everyone's a fan of this kind of stuff. Fortunately, I know someone that is. I'm pretty sure Kirei's class is right down the hall. I passed by a handful of people on their way out the door. Room 112. I think this is it. Yep. And there's Kirei, sitting at her desk eating an apple. She waves me over to her. She's got a book open on her desk. Hey, you. She smiles at me and I sit down across from her. What are you reading? Vampire novel. Not with the sparkling. Kirei laughs a bit. Of course not. Oh, good. This one's pretty grisly. Ooh. What, vampires tearing humans apart? Nope. Vampires versus vampires. Is that even a thing? That's crazy. Well, the one vampire used to be a human. A vampire hunter, actually. And his hunts weren't all too successful, I'm guessing? Right, so the only way he could actually defeat a vampire was to become one himself, losing his identity in the process. Sounds like the hunter was too obsessed with his prey. I felt more like the hunter was making a noble sacrifice. Well, when you put it that way, I guess he was doing it justice. But at what cost? Kirei takes a bite out of her apple. Could you imagine being a vampire? She shakes her head. It must suck. Really, Sparks? It sucks? Kirei snickers and shakes her head. Stupid puns. I swear I didn't mean to. Vampirism is a curse. Could you imagine? After the hunter becomes a vampire, he's just kind of stuck like that. He'd be dependent on blood. He'd feel alienated from his old friends and family. You know, not too different from me. Aside from the whole blood part. Kirei finishes her apple and flips back through the book. Did you know that vampires don't have reflections either? Yeah, I knew that. Of course I did. Soulless creatures with nothing else to live for except killing. If they're still even alive. Are vampires considered living beings? Or are they like really smart zombies? You know, that's a pretty good question. Kirei's silent for a bit while she thinks. I'd say they're alive. Why so? Well, they have feelings and emotions, right? Do they? I've always known vampires to be the cool, collected type that are strictly business. Well, if a human can become a vampire, then they're sure to be somewhat human-like. So you're saying they still have a soul, then? A soul? I'd imagine, at least I think so. How does that vampire hunter character act in the book? Dunno, the book ends after he kills the other vampire. Well, that's lame. So you said that vampires can't be killed by humans? Well, I'm sure it's possible. But vampire versus vampire seems like a more fair fight. Probably more entertaining too, yeah. Oh wow, lunch is over? Time flies, right? I'll see you later, Sparks. This was fun. I'd best be heading back to my class. Kirei and I both pack up our things before leaving the room. It's kind of strange. We spent the entirety of lunch discussing something that probably isn't even real. I had a lot of fun with it. And so the rest of the day goes on. Now school's out of bed. The final bell, yes. Finally. Hey Sparks, we're still gonna, hang out today, right? Just you and me? Yeah, sounds good. You know, it has been a little while since the last time I had some one-on-one time with her. Something must be bugging her. She seemed different today. Tomo sighs loudly as we walk. Something on your mind? We kinda needed to talk about something. Is this about Kirei? What's the matter? Are you jealous? She sighs. No, that's not it. Then what's the issue then? It's about, um, Kirei. I sigh. Of course it is. And what about her? I I don't know, I just don't think you should be spending so much time with her. Of course she doesn't. I tune out for a bit. This isn't worth me listening to. Nobody tells me who I can and can't be friends with. She has no reason to be talking about Kirei. She hardly even knows her. Why can't she just accept the fact that I can make new friends? Is she actually jealous? I just don't understand why she isn't willing to give her a chance. Why she isn't willing to give me a chance. What's gotten into you, Tomo? Sparks, are you even listening to me? Tomo puts her hands on my arms and looks me in the eyes. She's never looked this sincere before. Kiri's bad news, okay? Just please stay with me. I, I, I have a bad feeling about this. Just then, I feel a hand on my shoulder. Oh, I instinctively turn around to see Kiri smiling at me. I smile back at her. Hey, Sparks. Oh, is this your friend? Hi, I'm Kiri. She offers Tomo a handshake. Tomo crosses her arms. Could she be... Could she be more immature? Okay then, you don't mind me stealing our little Sparks for a second, do you? Carrie pulls me close to her and whispers in my ear, Let's meet in the park after school today. She smiles, she grabs my hand and leads me away. No, Sparks. Oh, excuse me. Damn. Her voice falters. Her words break. Some friend she turned out to be. We walk further away from Tomo. I'm sorry for earlier. Tomo's not usually like that. Oh, it's not a problem. Carrie smiles and waves it off.